Hi there. Welcome to Healing After Loss. My name is ML, and as always, I will be reading from this book, Healing After Loss, Daily Meditations for Working Through Grief by Martha Whitmore Hickman. If you'd like to get your own copy of this book, there is an affiliate link below so that both Martha and I will make a little bit of money. And if you get benefit from this series at all, please do all the YouTube things to help the algorithm help me find you. And that would be liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, reposting, doing all the things. There are so many things. I don't even know what they are. Do what works for you if you get benefit from this series. And if you'd like to speak to me about a specific passage, then either comment on that particular passage, or if you're suffering a recent loss and you'd like to be a guest, then reach out by YouTube in a comment and we'll see what we can do. Get you on Zoom or something. All right, today is 1 July 2026. It is already July. I don't know how that happened. I mean, I do know how that happened. Time passes. Here we go. July 1. I know well there is no comfort for this pain of parting. The wound always remains, but no one learns to bear the pain and learns to thank God for what He gave, for the beautiful memories of the past, and the yet more beautiful hope for the future. Max Mueller. A woman whose life has had many hard times said, "The hardest grief I have had to bear is this temporary separation from my daughter." That she was able, in faith, to view her adolescent daughter's death as a temporary separation surely helped her immeasurably. But of course, she longed for her daughter's presence now. It is foolish to expect to get over a serious grief. The pain is always there, the fantasy of what might have been. Over time, I'm sure that for this woman, the pain was mixed in with happy memories of the daughter's childhood and adolescence, and also with her anticipation of their ultimate reunion. So the mosaics of adjustment are laid down. On some days, the grief is most noticeable. On others, the happy memories. On others, the hope of reunion burns bright. As I think about my loss, the strands of grief and memory and hope are mysteriously braided together. I like that 3 strands, grief, memory, hope, braided, because braids are 3-stranded. I like that. That's very nice. When I was reading this about the woman who had lost her daughter, I thought I was reading about Martha Whitmore Hickman because she lost her daughter in a horseback riding incident. But apparently, she just happens to know someone else who had lost their daughter in some other tragic event. I lost a cousin at the age of 18. He passed from leukemia. It's not always the old that die. Sometimes it's the young. And I think it's hard for us as human beings, harder for us to grieve the loss of someone younger than we, simply because there's so much of their life that they don't get to experience, that you as their friend or family member don't get to experience, watching them grow and live. So, not that it's any easier to, I did just make a comparison, didn't I? It's really not any easier to lose your aged relative. It's all grief. It's all grief. And so if we can remember to braid together the days where we grieve heavily with the days where we just remember fondly, and the days where we have hope of ever seeing them again, if we have any, not even religious faith, but hope of an afterlife or a reincarnation or something beyond this present life, that we will get to see them again. It's nice to have that in your braid. Where are you today? Are you heavy in the grief, deep in the memories, or possibly floating on some hope? I think for me today, having read this passage, I'm a little bit of the braid, a little bit of the braid. Let me read the meditation for you one last time, and then I'll set you free. As I think about my loss, the strands of grief and memory and hope are mysteriously braided together. As always, I'll send you on your way with these hopes and wishes and thoughts. Please, until you see me next week, take care of yourself and go with grace.